Hi everyone, and welcome to the Graves Library Storytime. I'm Miss Lyn, and it's wonderful to see all of you here this morning. Today we are going to read a story from a very popular author and illustrator, and her name is Rosemary Wells. And I imagine many of you are saying, "Oh, that's Max!" It is Max, and the title of our story today is Bunny Cakes. But before we read Bunny Cakes, I just wanted to share another favorite story of mine by Rosemary Wells, and some of you may know this one too, Max's Dragon Shirt. Excellent story. Okay, but for today, we're going to talk about Max, his sister Ruby, and their upcoming grandmother's birthday. They want to do something special for her. And in our story Bunny Cakes, written and illustrated by Rosemary Wells, with a special thank you to Dial Books, our publisher, we're going to find out what they decide to do. However, I'm thinking some of you can guess what they might be doing for her birthday. What do you see on that cover? A measuring cup, a mixing bowl, there's a whisk, a couple of eggs, and what would you think that would be in that container? Could be some milk. So what do you think Max is going to do with all those ingredients? Yes, maybe, or probably bake a cake. That would be my guess too. Okay, get comfy, cozy, wherever you are, and let's settle in for a great story. Bunny Cakes by Rosemary Wells. It was Grandma's birthday. Max made her an earthworm birthday cake. Ooh. No, Max, said Max's sister Ruby, we are going to make Grandma an angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing. That sounds better than an earthworm cake to me. How many of you love icing and frosting? I do too. My favorite part of the cake. Max wanted to help. Don't touch anything, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max to the store with a list that said, eggs. Oh dear. Poor Max, he was trying so hard to be helpful. Eggs went all over the floor. Max wanted red-hot marshmallow squirters for his earthworm cake, so he wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters on the list. He has his own plans. The grocer could not read Max's writing. Eggs, said the grocer, and he gave Max eggs. Max brought the eggs home to Ruby. Don't bump the table, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max back to the store with a list that said, milk. Max is so eager to help, he's just not paying attention to being super careful. This time Max wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters in a different way. He's trying hard. Max hoped and hoped for his squirters, but the grocer still couldn't read Max's writing. Milk, said the grocer, and gave Max the milk. Max brought the milk home to Ruby. There's a yellow line on the floor, Max, said Ruby. You can't step over it. Uh-oh. Ruby's getting really serious here. She's trying to focus, and too many things are not going right. But Max crossed the line anyway. Over went the flour. Ruby got out her pencil. That's right. And wrote the word flour on the list for the grocer. This time, Max wrote red-hot marshmallow squirters in the most beautiful writing that he could do. Max could almost taste the marshmallow squirters. Flour, said the grocer, and he gave Max the flour. How do you think Max is feeling right now? Maybe a little frustrated. He's not getting his message across to the grocer very easily. When Max got home, there was a sign on the kitchen door. Max, this is no place for you. Oh dear. Ruby finished up her cake. Who's that? Yes, it's Max. She baked it and cooled it and iced it with raspberry fluff icing. It needs something else, Max, said Ruby. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, wrote Ruby. Meanwhile, Max had a brand new idea. He drew a picture of red-hot marshmallow squirters on Ruby's list and ran to the grocer. He could not wait. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, said the grocer. What's this? Why, it must be red-hot marshmallow squirters. The grocer finally understood what Max was trying to say when he finally drew a picture of what he wanted. Ruby's cake looked just beautiful. Max went out and put caterpillar icing on his earthworm cake. Grandma was so thrilled, she didn't know which cake to eat first. The end. I think Grandma looks thrilled with both of her cakes. I'll show you again. Look at that face. I think she's very happy with what her grandchildren have made for her. I'm not sure how that earthworm cake is going to taste, and hopefully she doesn't. Maybe she just admires it from a distance. They both tried so hard and accomplished something so great. I hope you enjoyed the story. Again, this was Bunny Cakes, written and illustrated by Rosemary Wells. Okay, so on the porch of Graves Library, I have left a craft for you to pick up if you happen to be going by the library. And inside, there's your baggie all full of interesting parts and pieces. And in that baggie for your craft is this piece of paper giving you the instructions on how to make a bunny puppet. You see the holes right here? Those are for your fingers to come out through, and then you will have a rabbit that resembles Max. Yes, this is a project you might need a little adult help for because you're going to be gluing ears on and a head and eyes, and then there's inside your bag you will have a red crayon that you can color in the ears, make a pink reddish nose, and then you will have a bunny that resembles Max. Also in your bag will be, I know, looks like a funny shaped piece of cardboard, doesn't it? I'll show you what happens to this cardboard in a minute. You will have this cardboard to make your very own box that you can label as Red Hot Marshmallow Squirters. There you go. And I just used a red marker, but the red crayon that I put inside your package would work just as well. Okay, so let's take a minute here that I'm going to show you. Again, you can probably do this, I would say, by yourself, but if you feel that it's too tricky, just reach out to the adult who's with you and say, help, please. I'm going to fold in these little ends right here and fold under this and tuck it right in. So there's the bottom of my box. And I'm going to do the same thing for the top. push in the flaps. Take the very large flap and squeeze that down inside the box. And there you go. I know, easy peasy. And then you can have fun decorating it the way you would like to. Again, this is my example, but you can do whatever you'd like to do with your box for red hot marshmallow squirters, or maybe it's something else that you want to label it as you make up your own idea for a birthday cake for a family member or a good friend. All right, friends, it's been wonderful to see all of you today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. And I hope that in the next few days you get outside and enjoy this beautiful weather. So for now, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.